All right, back to E36 work. I took a week off by accident doing some crap around the house, doing some closet organization. What else did we do? A bunch of other stuff. Anyway, I was waiting on an adapter to come for my Motive power bleeder because I didn't plan ahead. The Tesla, which I did not too long ago, a few weeks ago, the Tesla has obviously a different thread pitch than the BMW has, and so I ordered both of them, model 1100, and then they also have a fancy version of the 1100. And so all you do is you take on the Motive bleeder, and I think it's like a 14 and a 17 or 14 and a 19 millimeter. You untwist and put the little rubber sealing thingy in here, and we'll screw it onto the brake. Is that thing called master cylinder reservoir? And so we won't need they make a plastic one, so we won't need this, but we'll have this on standby. So I'm doing Castrol SRF, and I've already put some in here, so we're good to go. The beauty of this is it eliminates the need for me to have multiple people. So we'll start in the passenger rear, and we'll work our way around. I need to put some, I don't know why I didn't think of this. I did this on my M3. I've done some other cars. It was eluding me how to do it. But I'm going to put some, just ground out the brake wear sensors. There's one in the passenger rear and one in the driver's front, but we'll have to do that. And I got some sway bar end links. So we'll probably throw those on here before we put the car on the ground. And then we're going to put the style, what are they, 24? I keep forgetting, style 24 M wheels, which if you didn't watch the video before, I made a video just getting them all set up, denibbed, tires dressed and ready. And then I did Carpo Deluxe topped, 2 coats of Deluxe topped with Carpo Gliss. And so the wheels and tires are ready to put on the car. We'll just have to check the pressures and all that stuff. So we'll see how far we get into this video, but let's get moving on setting up our brake system here. So we take this puppy, set it somewhere. You know, I'm gonna where's my frickin' cart? Let's use the Aero Creeper. And Motive suggests that you keep it under 120 PSI, which means we just have to go and pump it occasionally. Need to order some more gloves. I'm kind of getting on this whole glove kick. All right, so there's a little gauge on the front here. What the heck's going on here? Oh, push down and then pull up. Okay. I don't need to put a towel there. We haven't polished the car yet. I'm sure some of you E36 dorks that are still sitting there waiting for catch me slipping, you can use that as part of your, it's 20, not 120, 120 PSI. But you E36 dorks that are having a failure to launch are still stuck in the 90s. I guarantee you my E36 is gonna be better than yours, so shut your mouth. I haven't owned the car for 25 years and you haven't gotten a car since, so shut your mouth and leave me out of it. You're probably better off leaving me out of it because you're going to cry yourself to sleep at night when my E36 is way better than yours and you suck still. So shut up. Okay, so Motive container. So we have this little bleeder majig. And we have 4-piston, the 4-piston front and 4-piston rear. And so we have 2 sides to bleed, unlike the stock setup. And this little, I don't really like this little hanger thingy. I'm never gonna use this. Let me cut this thing off. I don't like that. Got my little fancy chair on my fancy lift. Kyle's over there designing someone's garage. You might hear him chatting in the background. But living the darn dream here, folks. Living the dream. What spring rates did we do? 300, 400? Or 400, 500? 300 in the front, 400 in the rear. The spring rates, in case you're wondering. I couldn't remember, and I don't know, I couldn't find the email. Someone was asking me, and I couldn't remember if I did 400, 500, or 300, 400. That's pretty much the standard. So then you just pop that little guy off there, put this puppy on here, and since we're under pressure, you don't have to go and press the brake pedal. We just loosen and let it do its thing, and that is definitely not 12 millimeters. We'll also be pumping some decon soap in the background, so soon, yarn building in a couple of weeks. We won't be in there in a couple of weeks, but we'll have our own dedicated spot. And then I'm sure we'll start to encroach on that in the few months after we get in there, but ooh, this is gonna be good. I mean, do you think these have ever been flushed? Maybe not, maybe not. I mean, they probably have the original brake fluid in here. Now, I've run a little bit through. So we'll see all kinds of air bubbles, and I'll probably go through the system twice. I think technically, this reservoir is a little further away, so I think it probably should do this one first. I wonder if these brakes, I think that all of you guys who have owned this car are pretty gentle to this thing, so probably haven't seen a lot of heavy braking. I think this car would be awesome in the mountains. Yeah, I think you should do this one first, but it's not critical. It's about as critical as tightening your frickin' suspension under load, you dorks. Yeah, you see, he didn't even know how to do that. I said, I know exactly what I'm doing. This is probably my 54th suspension. It's frickin' fine. Guess what? If I damage a bushing, guess what I'm gonna do, you poro? I'm gonna buy a frickin' new bushing. There's like 3 dudes I'm talking to. Everybody else is cool. There's like three stuck in the 90s dorks that, to my face, they'd be my best friend. Come on. The thing I'm not sure with the motive, it's a little bit more complicated. Like, you could just open this wide open, but I think you still need to manage it. Maybe someone in the comments can help me out here. Do you just go wide open on it and let it pour through, or do you kind of manage it like you would if you were pressing the brake pedal down? Get all that air coming through. It makes you feel good. Air and stinky old brake fluid. Got my new stainless lines. So I did get, I special ordered the sway bar end links for the rear. And what else did I get? The sway bar end link reinforcement kit, which I probably don't need, but we'll put the front adjustable end links on. I went stiff on these sway bars. We'll see what that feels like. Okay, so bled about that much here on this front part. Stick that there. We'll leave that uncapped. So I'm going to go around to the passenger side and knock that out. But that's the general procedure here, how we do this. I don't want to even buy one of these darn bleeders 20 years ago. I don't know if they existed then, but it makes doing your brakes so much more fun. Let's go do the passenger front. You can do this pretty mess-free. I don't really have much to tell you right now. Uses like 4 or 5 psi per side. Like, does it make sense to lock it up and then unlock it again? Is that the way you're supposed to do it? I'm going to put the Tesla back up on here probably today or tomorrow, just to do another quick little bleeding. So then I'm going to go back through and do these all again. I'm going to dump this out first. All right, so that's a wrap. So I did let's say a little bit more than a full bottle flush. We're looking pretty clean at this point. So I'm just gonna go around, clean these up, get my little boots reseated. So we were just talking about the dry ice stuff. Scott's really got it working. He has a group now on Patreon. If you're interested in getting into the business of dry ice cleaning, like, you know, if you're a detailer now, just think about this logically. So if you're a detailer and you're making 60 grand or 100 grand and you're killing it, I think that if you start doing dry ice, you'll end up scrapping the whole detailing thing. You'll have that in your back pocket to do, you know, if you needed, but you'll probably get into almost exclusive dry ice cleaning and, you know, be making 250, 300, 400 grand if you really work hard. It's pretty incredible. And so Scott started a group, which I think is super powerful. I'm not a part of the group. I'll probably make some guest appearances, I would assume, sometimes, but I'm talking about the business aspect of things, because I don't have the dry ice experience, but just a bunch of guys that are kind of getting in on the ground floor of developing this. But he started a group where they meet, I don't know how often they meet, once a week or something? Once.
But there's ongoing conversation all the time.
Yeah. And you have a group of people to support each other. So go check out Dreisman. Did he build the Dreisman.com?
He's working on it.
Yeah. The Dreisman YouTube channel. Or just email me and I'll connect you if you're interested in getting into dry ice cleaning. Even if you're not into detailing, you just want to make a bunch of money. You know, if you're now it's a manual labor type career, but I think it's going to be very similar to like paintless dent repair from a monetary standpoint. It can make a really, really quality living doing something that's probably a lot more fun than even detailing is. So yeah, imagine you had a group of people and you can pull from, you know, Scott's in there talking about business and things you could learn about how to market yourself, and I think it's pretty cool. Okay. Oh, and one thing I didn't do on camera is, you know, I went and pumped the pedal a few times just so if there was any air in that section of the line, it pushed it through. So we're all bled. Let's put our sway bar end links on since we're under here. And then I'm gonna put the wheels on and get going. Get the car on the ground. It's been up in here for like a darn near month. So let me put the car up a little bit. We'll take the end links off. So you got to put a 17 in here, tuck it in the back side, and then this is a 16. These are two-way adjustable. I'm going stiff. Okay, so let's put this on the bench and let's line up our new end links. So I think we probably want to set these up around the same length. So then the question is, what do I need adjustable end links for? Looks pretty good right there. These are from Turner. Let's make sure that's a 17 like the other. Let's just loose fit this in place. This kind of stuff makes me happy. I don't know why. Let's take the other side off. Okay, that's on. And then we got a 14 and a 15, and we can tighten down our adjustable part. And we'll put our brake pad sensor defeater on. We'll make another one real quickly. Yeah. Just want to make sure that it's not bound. You can do it by twisting. And usually, I've never had the sway bar end links be the problem, but I blame the sway bar end links for noise and things like that for years. It's usually not your sway bar. All right, so my new friend Brett from MSP M Sports Parts, MSP M Sports Parts, sent me a little care package, which is a nifty little feeder for our brake pad sensor. And so all you have to do is just ground out the forget how this thing opens up like that. You just need to have the two wires touch. So I'm going to go upstairs and grab my other one so I can do the one at the back, because there's one on the other side. Matt, you never work on your cars. Now it's, Matt, you only do bolt-ons. But boy, I do it well. And by well, I mean spend lots of money and have no idea how to do it. But that's the way it goes. All right, what else was I gonna do? All right, let me go upstairs and get that other wear sensor, and we'll make another one of those little pigtails real quickly for the rear, so we won't get any errors. Don't need this. Bet you those bros don't have tool drawers like this. Matt, don't respond to the haters. Well, yeah, it's too much fun. I can't help myself. I kind of like this little cordless thing. It's cool. Getting lots of solder on the tip and not on the frickin' wires. I'm terrible at soldering. Bryce, that looks soldered. There we go. I'm terrible at this game. A little bit of heat shrink on here. Cool. This will snap in on the other side. And we're golden. Sweet. These are Michelin Pilot PS4S's in 245 4017 for the rear. Fresh tires, non-directional. And 225 45 17 for the front. And then we got our Future Classic 15 millimeter spacers. We're gonna see how those fit. So we got some lengthened wheel lugs. I'll end up doing a stud kit here at some point. So something on my list to order. So I bought these wheels because I think the car should have a set of these with it. But they're going to be replaced with BBS E37s here soon. By soon, many months from now, but we ordered them probably a month ago. Again, so in here, in the rear, we've got a 5 mil spacer. I'm interested to see how this all works out. Our camera's gonna be all wonky from us messing with stuff, but depending on how this drives, I may not even get an alignment. Just wait till the other suspension comes. We'll see. Or I'll just take it up the street and just do a real basic alignment, and then I'll go down to PSI and do a full-on alignment. A lot of work to get it to this point. The trunk is semi put back together. I didn't put the carpets back in because I knew that we might have to tweak the shocks a bit, and when my Olin's TTX comes here, plenty of room, plenty of brake clearance. Oh, they're gonna, I think it's gonna hit. Shoot. I think I can just move them to the back, can't you? I don't know that that translates though, front to back. Well, when I go to have it align, I can just have them rebalance. I feel like I had the other set on. Are they in the back on the other set? No. Not the other set, the other wheel. I feel like I put the wheel on already.
With the brakes?
Yeah, the other wheel. There's no weight on this one, that's why. I got test fit this one already. All right, update. It's been an hour or more. I don't even know. I lost track of time. So we put the wheels on, and I had test fit one of the front wheels a few weeks ago, and everything was good. Well, one of the wheels didn't need any wheel weights. The other three did. And so all other three, they put the wheel weights on the inside of the wheel, which then of course were hitting the calipers. So I took the wheel weights off and put the new wheel weights toward the back of the wheel, which I think that translates, but I'm gonna have them rebalance anyway. And then while I was doing that, getting the sticky stuff off the old wheel, the sticky stuff got underneath the new wheel weights, and then the new wheel weights fell off. And so now, anyway, I got wheel weights on the inside here. And so I polished with the Rupes, the little DA, in order to get the wheel weights to fit. So let's put it on the ground and let's see if it works. Let's make sure we don't hit the Tesla. Okay, we're good. Ooh, yeah. Even with that 15 mil spacer, we got a lot of camber, that's why. It's like with that 15 mil spacer, that thing is sunk. All right, let's sit down and take a look. Ooh. Gotta lower it in the rear. I can't go any lower in the front, as low as I can go. So we'll.
If you go too low with these cars, they settle a little bit.
I mean, that's factory height right there.
Yeah, the rear can
You're gonna bring the rear down. Front, I'll bring the camber out a little bit. A little eyeball camber. So let's bring this camber out. So that's all the way out. Give two little pusheroos in. So all you do is loosen those top three nuts. Loosen a little more. Right there. These camber plates make it so easy though. Let's lower the rear. Pretty good. And hopefully it'll settle a little bit, but I would want it a little lower than that. So it'll sit a little bit lower when it doesn't look so sunk. Still looks pretty sunk over here. Okay, so that's a wrap on the old initial suspension setup. So brakes are bled, sway bar end links are done, wheels are temporarily set up. I'm gonna have to have them rebalanced, I'm sure, after realizing that the wheel weights don't clear the brakes. I'm gonna take it for a spin later today, maybe see how it's doing, but the sway bars are all set up. I have the factory sway bar end links in the rear, but I did order some aftermarket ones. I also ordered the little lower control arm thingy too, so I ordered one of those, and then we'll do the bushings as well. And I'll do bushings as needed, but the car's sitting pretty well. Certainly not bouncing around like it was, that's for sure. So next project will be the window and the short shifter, and getting the shift boot and ZZP shift knob put on there. But the car's coming together. It's looking good. It's going out. We just scheduled the The interior is going out for interior later this month. It'll be gone for probably a month, I would guess. Alcantara headliner, doing Recaro speed seats. Oh, we need to get, can they get the seats for me or no? So anyway, that's the scoop. Thanks for watching. This is gonna be a freaking great car. Pumped. I'm gonna go do, I'll bed the brakes as well. We should make a brake bedding video. Strap some cameras there so we can see them heated up. We'll see me about vomit on the side of the road. So anyway, thanks for watching. E36 is coming together. See you soon.